um, but when you just see people that are just doing minimal brain effort, and it's just we're making a movie or a TV show, we're writing a script, and that's when I then it just it feels like shoveling wet snow. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna suck.
Feels like shoveling wet
Yeah,
snow.
like this is gonna suck. And now, how many more days do I have on this thing? But if there's like people, really trying to do something good, so I don't know. I think if you, I get going for the money. I get
Yeah.
that because it's just like you got kids. I want to get. I'm do this. All right, I'll put on this spandex and be garbage disposal man or whatever. I get doing that, and plus a lot of those superhero. I'm not really shitting on superhero movies because a lot of them are good now. Um, I get sometimes actors doing that because unlike a comedian, once I prove I'm funny, I can just the improv. I don't have to keep re-auditioning for those guys. They'll just, all right,
Yeah.
this guy, you sell tickets. All right, we'll come back. We assume you're going to do what you did the last time with new jokes. But actors have to just keep fucking auditioning and audition their whole fucking career. They just
Yeah.
keep having to go back and be like, I can do this, or be like, they're like win an Oscar. It's like, yeah, but you won an Oscar for that. You can't do this. And it's just like, well, that thing I won an Oscar for, why that's not who I was. So why wouldn't you think can you at least give me a shot? Like I remember seeing Jim Carrey had to put himself on tape to do that Andy Kaufman movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's a fucking stand-up comic. He knew Andy. He's like all of this brilliant shit he's been doing, and plus his movies, were opening up 30 million a fucking weekend. He still has to go down and be like, okay, Jim Carrey auditioning for Man on the Moon.
Oh
That's just, I
wow.
remember
I didn't
seeing
even
that
think about
being
that.
like, what the fuck is do I even want to get in on that?
And then
So
you look at him in that movie, and you're like, I mean, I don't, I, you know, I don't think,
you got to
I
see
don't
the
think I.
making of that, dude. You got to see the making of that. And he does a bit where he's being Tony Clifton, and there's a convertible car. He gets in the car and reenacts the JFK assassination with. It's one of the most brilliant fucking things. Just right, and I got to do SNL with him, and I asked him, I go, dude, did you work that out? And he just laughed, man. I was just fucking around. It's just like,
Jesus.
no, that guy's like, he's like, I don't even know how to describe that guy's brain. That guy's brain.
Maybe as you talk about Jim Carrey, I go, I wonder if I kind of slept on him. Like everyone appreciates the movies he's done, but when you go, oh, the work he did, Man on the Moon, he really transformed himself into Andy Kaufman. Ace Ventura to this day.
Oh my god,
I
fucking
mean,
hilarious. You know what it was?
it's
What I loved?
hilarious.
It was hilarious to me, and I could watch it with my niece who was like 5 years old, and I was like
Yeah.
30, and we were both laughing our asses off. It's genius. And then also the cable guy he's fucking unbelievable in that.
Oh, amazing.
And there was some movie he did, and the only reason why I got the reference was because I played drums, and I used to take drum lessons from an old big band swing guy. This guy Frank Shushan. He used to call
Yeah.
himself the last of the great Armenian trap drummers. That was his thing. He was fucking hilarious, this guy. And he was doing something, and he went salt peanuts, salt peanuts. He was beating somebody up in a bathroom. I can't remember what, but he made a reference to some bebop song. It was a Dizzy Gillespie. And later, just from reading about him, I was like, oh, his dad was a musician. He was a jazz musician. That's how we knew that song. Because, dude, it was like, what? When I saw that, like nobody made a reference to that song. It's the song something like the 1940s. He made a reference to that song like the 1990s, like 50 fucking years later. And what
Jesus.
I loved about it was you either got it or you didn't. And the small amount of people that would have got it. And the only reason why I got it was because my drum teacher at the time was in his 70s.
God.
So that's like when that guy uses I feel like my references are kind of from here to here. Dude, his shit is like spanning like generations. Um all of that stuff. He actually when he did when he was the fly on Mike Pence's head, um we I did that
Yeah.
episode with him on SNL. He showed me the second he saw it, he had the sketch idea, and he showed me the video that he sent to fucking Lorne Michaels,
No way.
and it was just him in his kitchen doing it. And he was doing like he was doing like the mosquitoes, like they moved it and
Yeah.
moved that front legs. He was making them, and he was saying all this hilarious shit, and I don't know what he had in his mouth, but in the end he just goes like, and he just pukes this thing up, and it just perfectly splatters on the counter. And then he's like, "All right, man, tell me what you think of that." And I was watching it, dude, filmed on his fucking on his phone. It looked like an outtake from like an Oscar-winning movie. And I was so thankful he showed me after I did the gig, because if I saw that before, I would have just been, because I was already freaking out that him and Alec were going to be on the beginning of it, and I'm just like, I can't fuck with these guys. Maya Rudolph, they're going to do what they do, and then the show is going to be. It's like when the headliner has to get out of there and goes on first.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, come on, people, we still got more show. I was going to come on, hey.
God.
What's up with Monica Lewinsky? Comedians, we used to all shit on improv. Sketch we had like respect for, though. I felt like sketch because when I was coming up, there was SNL, In Living Color, and then Mr. Show and Mad TV, and it was just the shit was funny. So, but I felt like I did a pilot one time, another failed show, and one of the writers, an actor, he was just talking. He was a show creator, and he was trying to create this show with me, and he just did this little fucking slight about the Laugh Factory. And dude, I didn't let him up. I didn't let him up. I just fucking went. I go, oh, what happened? I go, you did stand up a couple times, you couldn't do it, so now you got to shit on it. He goes, no, I'm just saying. I go, no, that's exactly what we're doing. Everybody started fucking laughing at him. It was good natured.
Yeah.
But like, then it kind of became the running joke where he would deliberately make these like side swipe fucking backhanded compliments about stand up. And I think that there's a lot of people that shit on it because there's nothing worse than a bad comedian.
Yeah.
I know, a bad play, bad improv, there's some bad shit to get stuck in. But if you're just sitting there just watching a bad comic, at least with the white crowd, because what I always loved about a black crowd is black crowds were like, we're going to have fun with you or without you. So either you make us fucking laugh and we'll come along for the ride, or if you're not laughing, then you're going to become the joke. And then the crowd is going to be doing stand-up about you. That's kind of what I learned.
Is improv completely a white man sport? Because you never see like all black improv groups, or at least I'm growing up. It was always like a bunch of
Bert's
privileged
about
white
to
kids.
get canceled. Someone's gonna be
Right?
like, actually, Zachary Roosevelt Washington was the first improv artist in 1862.
But think about it. There's a patience that goes along with a all white improv audience that may not happen in urban rooms. Where you go?
No, you adjust to the speed. You adjust to the speed. It's like going from high school.
Wait, do you know of any all black improv groups?
I mean, I don't know an improv group, dude.
Improv groups.
But I'm not going to sit here and think that fucking that doesn't exist. David Allen Greer, that guy went to fucking like Yale or something. I'm sure he did some improv.
No. I think black people do improv, but most improv groups are predominantly like college kids, like white kids going like, All right, someone give me a job, give me an occupation. All right, give
I
me
think
a scenario.
that's probably just our white world.
You think?
Yes. That's why,
I'm
like,
Googling it right
when
now.
whenever they try to figure out who invented something, like years later, it's always like, actually, it's like we say, oh, we came up with flying. We did the airplane thing. And then it's like, well, actually, there was a guy in France did a few years before that. And then there'll be some, oh, this guy over here
Ooh,
did this. So, I mean, I don't know.
I'll tell you right now, Bill. Why improv so white? It's an article written about improv and the lack of diversity within it. And there is a black improv troupe. God damn, I wish I had fucking glasses right now. I'm not going to say the name of this improv group because it is it's not. I don't know, it's not words that should be coming out of my mouth, but there is a black improv group.
Yes.
It's it's the we, as in the French we, right? OUI.
Uh-huh.
And then
Yes.
yeah. But yeah,
Well, there you go. I mean, you can have a difficult time getting fucking a booking in a white establishment with that name. Yeah. Hi, who do you have down there tonight? We N-word.
It's not. Yeah. But it's the formal N-word term with an O.
I don't know what you're saying, but I'm not going to
I
sit
don't know.
here
By the way,
on the racist $25,000 pyramid. You get myself in trouble here.
No, but
Pass.
Yeah,